Hi everyone, it's Marieta, founder of ImmigrationBiz, business immigration attorney. Today we are talking about E2 visa for your kids, and also this is day 3 of 4 days live training this week, happening every single day. Today I'm talking about E2 visa for your kids. So this is dependent visa type, and yesterday I was talking about E2 visa for your spouse, and tomorrow I'm going to talk about E2 visa for your employees. If you want to bring team members to the United States with you, tomorrow make sure to stay tuned, same time, and we are going to discuss how you can bring your employees, your team members to the United States under E2 visa category. In fact, it's called the essential employee visa type. Today, I'm going to talk about E2 visa for your kids. So, E2 visa for your kids, what can you expect and what are your options, okay? Also, if you missed the live stream yesterday, again, you can go back and check those videos. Yesterday, I was talking about E2 visa for your spouse. And I forgot to mention yesterday that if you are on E2 or you are considering E2 visa and you want to bring your spouse with you, you have to understand that in order to do that, your spouse doesn't necessarily need to be from a treaty country. And this is a very, very important information. So, for example, if you are obviously from a treaty country, that means that you are eligible for E2 visa, and your spouse is not from a treaty country. Still, you can bring your spouse with you to the United States. However, this rule does not apply to team members, meaning your essential employees, right? So tomorrow I will talk about team members, essential employees. In other words, people who you want to bring with you, who, for example, live in your home country, those are the team members. You can bring them only if they are from a treaty country, not necessarily if they are from non-treaty country, like in case of your spouse. So, for example, if you want to bring your spouse who is from non-treaty country, maybe your spouse is from different country, different citizen of different country, different nationality, you can still bring your spouse because it's your spouse, right? And same thing applies to your kids. Because you cannot be separated from your family members just because they are not from the treaty country. So I hope this makes sense, because sometimes people think that because their family members are from non-treaty countries, this individual cannot apply for E2 visa. And that is not true. That is absolutely not true. So keep that in mind when you are thinking about and planning what visa you're going to apply to and how you're going to lay out the strategy for you. Like I said, the team members cannot apply for E2 because they are, if they are from a non-treaty country. So let me give you an example. Let's apply to your case. For example, you are from Germany. Germany is a treaty country, but you have team members working for you in India. Can you bring these team members to the United States? No, you cannot, because they are from non-treaty country. Okay, but if you go instead of E2 visa for L visa, because if you are from a treaty country, you can choose if you go with L or E, especially if you run already existing business, and you want to bring these people who are outside of your treaty country, Germany, like from India, you can bring them under L, but it's going to be L1B. Okay, it's not going to be E2 essential employee. So keep that in mind, and tomorrow I'll talk about more details, so stay tuned for tomorrow. There's going to be a live stream again, same time. And today I do want to talk about kids. If you want to bring your kids to the United States, if you are considering the E2 visa, then what are your options, okay? Now, before I continue, who is there? Where are you guys from? What's your name? And what kind of visa are you looking for? I want to know. I want to hear from you. This is live Q&A. So you can ask questions. I'm happy to answer your questions. And also there is announcement. There is a link above for the webinar that I'm hosting tomorrow. It's going to be actually first time that I'm going to disclose the roadmap, how you go from idea to actual business. It's going to be 90-minute, maybe even more than 90 minutes, long live training with me. At the end, there's going to be Q&A. And for people who tune in tomorrow, they will receive coupons. This is going to be a coupon, actually very lucrative coupon, which is going to be limited for only 48 hours, only for people who attend the webinar. It's going to be $1,000 off. So if you are someone who wants to make this happen, you should be definitely on that webinar. The link is above. If you are watching me on YouTube, it's going to be below and you can register right now. Now, let's go back to that topic I was telling you about. So if you have kids that you want to bring with you, right? This is the general rule. You can bring kids who are under 21, okay? And they are going to be dependent. But it doesn't mean they can get a work permit. Like yesterday, I was talking about the work permit for your spouse, right? And your spouse can get a work permit, general work permit that allows your spouse to work anywhere within the United States, which is a big deal because if you know how difficult it is to obtain a work permit in the United States, you can understand this is a huge advantage for your family member. So your spouse can actually work anywhere in the United States while you are working only for your business, for your company. Now, today I'm focusing on kids. So if your kids are under 21, they will also get dependent visa, not automatically. Obviously, there is additional petition. So don't think just because you have a visa, you can automatically bring family and they can go without actually getting a visa. No, they need to go and get a visa. They need to actually apply for the visa, pay the fees and all of that. But there is a chance, right? So you can actually bring your family with you. So if your kids are under 21, great, because in that case, you can bring your kids with you. But what if you go to the United States and let's say your kids are 16, 17, and you will get E2 visa for 5 years, and you have to renew after 5 years. What's going to happen with your kids? In that case, your kids need to figure out a different way. Because what do I mean by that? You have to figure out a way for them to stay in the United States legally, because they cannot get E2 after they reach 21. So the moment they reach 21, it's that adult age in the United States, they need to figure out a different way. So for example, yes, I know, Mohammed, I talk too much because I want to provide the value, so that's why I talk too much. If it's too fast for you, maybe you can watch me later on YouTube and you can hit the button. There is an option that you can actually do the slow motion, or maybe you can hit the button like a slower, I don't know what's it called, but you know what I mean, like the speed. You can hit the slow speed, so maybe you can listen slow speed, so maybe it won't be too much for you. But there are a bunch of people who need this information, so I like to talk a lot and fast, so you can actually get most information possible in a short amount of time, so I can actually deliver. So what I was saying is that if your kids are 16, 17 and your visa will expire in 5 years, okay, then what you can do, you need to figure out what's going to happen with their status. Most likely your kids who reach 21, they're going to enroll to college, right, or university. And for that matter, they can apply for F1 visa. In order to get F1, you have to be enrolled. You have to be enrolled in school, you have to have acceptance letter, and you have to have the I-20. So they can change the status from E2 within the United States to F1, okay? And once they change the status, they can stay. Even though their visa stamp expired or their status E2 expired, because they will transition under different status, which is going to be F1 visa, okay? And with this F1 visa, they can stay, they can study in the United States. However, if they want to work in the United States, they cannot work under F1, and you already know that, guys, right? You know you cannot work under F1. You know, there are people who email me, I want to study and work in the US. How do I do that? There's no such a way. You either study or you work. If you study, you just study. If you work, you just work, and you need visa for that matter. If you want to run a business, you need visa to run a business, which is the E2 investor visa or L visa. If you work for a company, intercompany transferee, you get the E2 essential visa. I'll talk about E2 essential tomorrow. Or you get L1B intercompany transferee. So every single visa is for different purpose, different intention, right? You have different intent, different purpose. So if your kids will enroll to school, they need to study. Doesn't mean they can work unless they work on campus or they are on OPT, which is the optional practical training. Okay? So chances are your kids will go to school. Chances are they will study. Chances are they will get F1 visa, so they are covered for some time. But therefore, I really recommend, especially if you're moving to United States with your kids, especially if you are considering E2 visa, that you will plan your strategy. You have to plan the strategy. How can you scale and grow the business so you can actually apply for a green card? Okay, you have to plan this strategy. You have to think before you actually do the entire process, before you actually start the process. And obviously you will have to work because you want to scale and grow the business. Obviously there are different ways, different green cards. There is not just one type of a green card. And then you want to scale, grow, apply for a green card, because if you apply for a green card, which is the permanent residency card, which means the immigrant visa type, before your kid reaches 21 years of age, then you can include your kid in your petition for a green card. And once you are approved, your petition is approved, your kid's petition will be approved, and therefore the entire family will be covered, okay? And so you will receive a green card for entire family, and therefore your kids won't have to worry about anything anymore. So you have to take care of your family. You have to think twice before you start, and therefore you have to plan the strategy. Now, for those who want to learn more about this process, E2 visa, there is a link above or below. Register for the webinar. I'm going to give away some coupons, $1,000 off. This is a coupon from you're going to get off from the upcoming Accelerator program, which is 8 weeks long program where we go from idea to actual business. And these coupons will be valid for 48 hours. Because this is pre-sale, it's actually not the official sale of my Accelerator. That's why I'm giving this huge discount. It's not even early bird, it's before the early bird. The early bird discounts will start rolling next week. So now, guys, I can take a look at your comments because I was talking. Let me see, what are your comments? Beautiful, hello, merhaba, I don't know what is that. Hello, my friend, hello, good answer. Okay, I'm not sure what you mean, but thank you for your likes, thank you for your hearts. Hi guys, how you guys doing? Okay, cool. Yeah, so if you have any questions, please ask me, feel free to ask. The goal is to answer any question related to E2, especially for E2 for family dependent visa, and also the dependent visa for your family, especially kids and your spouse, right? Yesterday we were discussing spouse. So if you missed that live stream, you can go back. But like I said, the advantage of getting E2 for your spouse is that your spouse can then apply for additional work permit and can work anywhere. Also, if your spouse is not from a treaty country, it's huge, especially if you're, who knows, like maybe your kids have like a dual citizenship, but maybe your kids have citizenship of the mother or the father, which is different citizenship than yours. So still you can bring your family with you. There was somebody recently I talked to, and her husband is not from a treaty country, and she thought she cannot apply for E2 because she's from a treaty country, but her husband wasn't from a treaty country. And I do want to make sure you guys understand that, yes, she can apply, or you can apply, even if your spouse is not from a treaty country. Same thing applies to your kids, your family, direct members, not uncle. I'm not talking your uncles or cousins, okay? This applies to immediate family members. But it doesn't apply for your employees or your team members. If you have team members you want to bring to the United States with you, it doesn't apply. And tomorrow I will discuss what's going to happen with team members if they are from a non-treaty country, and how you can plan the structure of your business or even the visa structure, right? Because you have to think in terms of your end goal. Like, what's your end goal? Is it the green card, or is it to bring your entire team to the United States? Is it the revenue you want to produce in the United States, or is it that you actually want to end up being a citizen of the United States? Every client has different needs, different goals, different strategies. So you have to really think what's the strategy for you, and based on that you can create the roadmap how you're going to get there. Hi, call me. I'm not going to call anybody. Hi, Costin, call me. I don't think I'll call you, but if you need to call me, you can schedule a consultation, $500 per 30 minutes. As of now, you can contact the office at ImmigrationBiz.com. I need your help. Jamel, not sure what kind of help you need. I'm assuming everybody who is tuning in needs help. You have to be more specific, especially when it comes to E2 visa. You have to be more specific. So maybe you can ask your more specific question if you want my help. So, like I was saying, let me just check. Like I was saying yesterday, this is 4 days live stream. So if you actually missed previous lives, you can go back. If you're watching on YouTube, you can always go back. I'm uploading the videos, so you can go and watch the video from yesterday and day before. Yesterday we did the family, spouse, visa and work permit, and day one we did the distinction between E2 and L, because sometimes people think that because they are not from a treaty country, they cannot, start a business, they cannot move to United States because they are not from a treaty country, especially because I'm focusing on the E2 visa treaty countries. That is not necessarily true. You can do Plan B, which I call it Plan B, obviously. This is my personal terminology, Plan B, L visa. So on Monday, actually Tuesday, I was discussing the difference between E2 and L. I need information about work permit. So E2 visa itself is actual work permit, okay? But you can only work for your business, okay? Your spouse can get a work permit, I-765, and can work anywhere. But if you apply for E2 visa, you can only work on your business, okay? Sahoma. You can only work for your business. If you're looking for a work permit, there is no such a thing as work permit unless you actually have a green card, okay? And you can watch my live streams from last week where I was actually comparing E2 versus EB5. And then you will learn the difference. I want some money. I mean, I'm not a bank, so I'm not sure how I can help with that. In the upcoming Accelerator, I will discuss the options, how to get the money, what can be the source, possible source, legal source when it comes to E2 visa. And also, if you don't have any money, what can you do? How can you start without any money? Because that's actually how I started. I started without any money. It doesn't necessarily mean just because you don't have any money that you're not gonna succeed. But you obviously need to gather the information on your own. You have to be self-taught. If you don't have any money, you cannot pay anybody to help you out. You have to learn on your own. Gather the information for free, right? I cannot go to America. I want money. Please, I need your help. There's nothing I can, honestly. It shows me you are not even watching my videos. Because there are free videos, 300 videos. If you think people will just help you because you ask them, it doesn't work like that, especially not in America. So you can watch 300 free videos that I posted on YouTube, learn from those videos, and you will get more clarity how you can actually make it happen, okay? Just because you ask people, help me, nobody's going to help you, especially in America. Nobody's giving money away. If you want to get a loan from institution in the United States, it's going to be very challenging because you don't have any credit history. You don't have any background. So maybe you can consider getting a loan from your country. It might be easier for you. Don't expect to get any loan from United States or the bank in the United States. It's impossible. They have no records. They don't know you. You need to figure it out. Most likely from your country, get a loan from your country, contact school where you want to enroll, talk to the school about the requirements, and you have to pass the test. Like, nobody's going to actually, there's so many people applying, especially if it's a good university, you have to pass the test, admission test, get a loan, go to school, finish the school, start your own business, make money, get more money, reinvest back to your company, become investor, start helping. That's actually what I just told you. That is exactly what I've done over the past 15 years. That is my path. So I had to get a loan to be able to go to school, very expensive school in the United States. And before I actually had to figure out like how I'm going to pay for it, I have to be admitted. So I had to study like many hours to be able to pass those exams. So sometimes you don't necessarily need to go to school if you want to run the business. If you have the idea, you can validate the idea. And then if you have a positive feedback from the market, you can start a business. And once you start a business, start making some money, start serving people. It's all about serving people. You have to figure out a solution to a problem and be passionate about it. Start serving people. And then you can start making money. And if you don't know how, you don't even have idea, or maybe you do have idea but you need some capital, definitely consider loans. But in your home country, don't even think about it to get a loan in the United States. It's impossible. Even if you go to school, let's say you admitted in school, and you want to get a loan, you would need a cosigner that is a resident, US resident or citizen. Now, imagine how difficult it is to get this cosigner, especially if you don't know anybody. Because these cosigners in the United States, they don't, why they should trust you? You know, they're going to be your cosigner, and then if you're not going to pay off that loan, then they're going to be liable. Why would they do that? Unless it's like your family member who really want to support you, who is a citizen or a resident of the United States. See what I mean? So now this is the reality what I'm telling you. And how do I know? Been there, done that. Is it possible? Of course it's possible. That's why I'm launching this accelerator. For that, you need to have idea. In fact, even if you don't have idea, you can validate the idea. I'll show you how you validate the idea, and you will be able to start. The goal is to start, right? These days you can run business online. These days you can actually make money even if you don't reside in the United States. You can still incorporate business there, right? And that's what I'm going to show you. That's what I'm going to teach in the upcoming accelerator. So if your excuse is like, oh my God, I cannot buy a green card. I don't have $500,000. Oh my God, like, that's not an excuse. That's not really an excuse. And can you give me the private number? No, I cannot. Like, I don't give my private numbers. This is something I talk about every single time on this live stream. People ask for my private number every single time. If I do that, how am I going to sleep? You're going to be calling me all the time. Ain't happening. If you want to work with me, you have to sign up for that accelerator. American Dream Accelerator. People who sign up, pay, work with me. I don't do free consultations. I do free live streams. I do free videos. I give so much content information for free so people can learn from it. You don't need me. If you want, you can just learn from my videos. But don't ask me, don't ask for a number, and don't ask for free consultation. Because then I'm not going to live. Like, I cannot live possibly. See what I mean? And if you can't buy the visa, if you need help, then you have to figure out the way. Like, if you want my help, this accelerator is going to be actually very cheap compared to what I charge if you want to work with me one-on-one. So you have to do something like if you want to start, let's say you don't have the money. Let's say you don't have $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. You still need to figure out the way. You know what I mean? Like, you get a loan, get a small loan. You have to start. Or just watch the free videos and you can learn on your own. There are some people, it's going to take you obviously, maybe a couple of years. I don't know. It took me 15 years. What I teach now, it took me 15 years to be able to teach you that. Maybe it's going to take you 2 years. I don't know. But don't think I'm going to talk to you for free. Everybody wants to talk to me for free. See what I mean? I'm very honest and upfront so you guys understand the reality. And I do want to help everybody. Don't get me wrong. I do absolutely. Lachzen. I had been once there when I was studying. But I'm 51. Is it still possible? Of course it's possible. I mean, there is no law limiting people over 50 to arrive to the United States to do business. Of course it's possible. Why wouldn't be? The only limit is in your mind. Whatever you keep telling yourself in your mind. Of course it's possible. Lesson. All of you guys should go and sign up for the free webinar training tomorrow. Link is above or below this video. You can watch the webinar and learn more. Don't get me wrong, I want to talk to you to give me a way to go to America, for example, tourism. It's okay. You can watch videos on YouTube, like I said, especially B1/B2, and there are free videos on B1, B2. If you need to, you can definitely watch those videos. Let's see. You're welcome, Salma. Khaled, if I want to go, I want to make business. Yeah, definitely, Khaled. But you good. I'm good here, no need to go to US. Okay. Then why are you watching this live stream? If you don't mind me asking. If you're good there, why are you watching live stream regarding visa to United States? I'm looking, scrolling down. Okay, guys, I think that I answer all of your questions, to be honest. Beautiful country, tourism. Important to America is the country of freedom and justice. Yeah, I agree with you, 100%. The main motivation for people why they move to US is actually the freedom, justice, freedom of expression, obviously. But in my opinion, it's almost like if you want to create something, the energy is not lost. That's how I feel. You know, you work on something, you produce, you see results. Whereas there are different countries, which I don't want to name these countries, but you know, it's rather more challenging to do business and succeed on that level that you want, because the system is more corrupted, etc. So yeah, I definitely agree with you, and I do agree with you. It's a beautiful country as well. Okay, guys, I think I covered everything. So if you guys some of you guys will watch this video later, you can always leave questions below. Also, like I said, the links are above or below. And tomorrow, same time, I will talk about the E2 visa, essential employee visa, because this is going to be important for people who want to bring their team members to the United States, and also people who are running businesses already, okay? Or even if you're not running the business, it's still important for you to understand what are your options later on, okay? If you start running a business, maybe you want to later on bring some people from your country, team members, or in the future you want to hire people from your country that you actually want to relocate. So it's going to be a very good informative video for you. Lachten, thanks, but is there any specific sum of money to begin life there? I don't know. It depends, you know, especially it depends on what kind of business you are starting. It has to be substantial amount of capital. And again, like I would say, go back and check the video on, I think last week or week before, I was talking about what does it mean substantial amount of capital, because you will understand substantial is very relative term and it really depends on the business type. Okay, so if you ask me for specific number, I'm not able to give you that specific number. In my opinion, and based on my experience, in order to get E2, it's around 100,000. But there are cases that I did E2 with 50K, and there were ordinary cases with less than 50K. But it's relative. So I don't really want to tell you that this is specifically the number, because that wouldn't be true. It wouldn't necessarily be true. Okay, guys, I think I covered everything. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow, same time. I'll talk about the E2 for essential employee. And for those who will be joining the live webinar on Friday, tomorrow I'll see you there. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.